Okay, there we go. All right,
There
all
we
right.
go. All
What's up,
right.
y'all?
Yo. What
Welcome to
up?
the
What
Middle
up?
Letters.
In the letters, you're in
I'm
this
Sean.
thing. My
I'm
name is
Sean.
Colby. How are you doing? How y'all
I'm good.
doing?
We got Max.
We got Max.
Hello. Thanks for having me on here.
Hey, thanks for
So,
joining. Thanks for joining.
yeah, Max is a good friend of mine. I met Max through work, and they knew Lauren, so it kind of just Lauren's my girlfriend for the people who don't know, and so it kind of blossomed from there. And I think the first time we kicked it, Max, you invited me to your, I think, the housewarming party. Is that right?
Yeah, that we had a housewarming party at the house that we will be talking about today.
Yeah.
Not the house I'm at now. We have since moved, but
Yes.
safe to talk about it now.
I was talking to Lauren. I said, "Did they?" I remember asking why they moved. And Lauren was like, "Maybe because it was haunted." God, yeah, that's a good reason. But
so let me ask this. So Max was one of those smart people who does not show up on those ghost stories.
no,
Max moved.
yeah.
No, I'm not the type to stick around. If something feels off, I'm gonna listen to that and I'm out of there. I will say we didn't move solely because it was
Sure.
off. And honestly, I mean, as you'll see, it was fine living there. I'm glad we lived there ultimately. But we were just ready for a change of scenery too. We did a city back out to the suburbs type of thing.
Okay.
Okay. So Max, where were you living prior to?
South, like in South Minneapolis.
Right on
Yeah.
38th Street. Shout out, R.I.P. George Floyd. Yeah, right on 38th.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah, over south can be kind of haunted, man. I lived over south at one point in time.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
What did you experience something while you were living there?
Oh yeah, plenty.
We've told the story in our lives, but that should definitely be a story that you do, like you recount for sure. Maybe we'll do it tonight. But yeah.
No, this show's all about Max.
Okay.
But yeah. We'll get into that at some point. But I will give you this little tidbit. The person who moved in there after me, who I did not know, the only person that we had in common was the landlord. And the person who moved there after me saw what I saw. So yeah.
Independently.
Exactly.
Separately.
Yep, separately. Yeah. We have, like, the only connection that we have is our landlord. So
man. Yeah. That's crazy.
Yep.
But no, so the housewarming party, I don't think I had any vibes. No, I had a weird vibe. I used your bathroom upstairs, and I was kind of like, but maybe I thought, cause wasn't your tub didn't it have like feet?
Yeah, clawfoot tub.
Yeah,
Yeah.
clawfoot tub. So maybe
cool.
I was like, maybe that creeped me out. I kind of tried to rationalize every time I get that feeling. But this is the first time not first time, but then one of the many times that I've been trust your gut on stuff like this. So I was kind of creeped out up there. And then we kept kicking it. I don't think I brought it up to you that night. And
I don't think so, no.
I think, did you tell me it was haunted, or was it, I think we went to the apple orchard one weekend.
Yeah,
go ahead.
It's actually kind of funny because you were at the housewarming party, and I specifically remember you saying that the house had good vibes. You're like, it's good, and I wonder if because it was a housewarming party, you were like trying to push it down, that you had kind of a weird feeling, and you were like, you know what, I think I maybe imagined it or something, but yeah, you were being supportive, a supportive friend, which I appreciate. But then maybe like a year or two later, we went to an apple orchard. And then we went back to hang out at the house, and that's when you mentioned, something off, and
yeah. Bro. It wasn't like the next, it was like a couple years. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Went by.
So you were there for a while, not like you were there for a few months. You lived there for a while. Okay.
Yep. Okay. Yeah, a few years. Mm-hmm.
And I think and I wasn't terrified. So I'll say that I wasn't terrified, but I went to the bathroom, and I came out the bathroom, and I just was like, huh. And so I went upstairs and I was like, I think they told me it wasn't haunted, but I didn't want to ask. So I asked and I was like, is your house haunted? Because the vibes. And y'all were like, I don't think y'all confirmed or denied. I don't remember what you guys said.
I can neither
Uh,
confirm nor deny.
yeah, no, me and my wife, I think we like looked at each other and we were like, oh, yeah, we can't really talk about it much here, but I think we went to eat somewhere afterwards. We're like, we'll talk
What?
about it while we're eating because we had heard that, it's not recommended to if you experience like some kind of haunting, you probably shouldn't talk about it on the premises. Like you should
Really?
talk about it elsewhere if you can, is what we've heard.
That's new information for me.
Pretty smart, in my opinion, actually.
Yeah. I mean, that's common sense, I guess, right? But I had
Yeah,
never heard that before. Huh.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I remember what y'all said. Some weird things happened, and left it at that. You didn't get into it much, and then we went
Right.
to Francis, and then you got into like, yeah,
Well,
I've
give me
I've
two,
seen
two
something.
segundos. I'll be right back.
Oh,
House we were just talking about was built in, I want to say, like 1915 or something, so
right,
more than
right.
100 years old.
Oh, Max, you were asking for it.
Yeah, I don't know what we were thinking.
Dude,
We
their crib was so dope, bro. Like you walked in and like the dope ass like screened in porch, or
Oh,
not
I love
screened in,
that.
like actually like through
Yeah.
the window, the four season porch, right?
yeah, and
And
it was
then
south facing, so they got really great sunlight. So it
beautiful,
was
bro. This house is beautiful. It made me
Mm,
want to buy a home. And then like you go in and like the dining room was like their gaming like area, which makes sense. Why have a
yep.
dining room?
Nobody
And
uses dining rooms anymore.
no,
Yep.
like I
Yep.
don't know why we even have ours. But we
Right.
want to do game night. That's why we have it. So like,
Yep.
but anyways, their gaming computers in there. I was like, oh, I want a gaming computer. With
Mhm.
Max, I'm building one, and I'm starting to build one soon here. Anyways, that's off the topic. That's off for other stuff. Anyways, so oh, but this house is dope, and the vibes were good. But then like I came in that day, and then we went to Francis, and we were like, yeah, it's haunted. What was the first like thing that and you like you heard, saw, or felt? What was the first time you're like, oh shit, all right, maybe there's something weird here, or like I don't know, like it's always like a slow progression. I feel.
Mm. But can we go back to when you guys were talking about it at
Yeah, oh
Francis?
yeah, yeah. I'm skipping. Yeah, yeah. That's where we should go to. But when we talk about it, like you said, you saw something. I forgot what it was though.
well, I did not see anything specifically. I had different experiences. I felt things more so, and I smelt things.
Okay.
Like I smelt perfume at one
Ooh,
point.
what?
And yeah, it was very strong. But yeah, I'll get into the specifics soon here. But um the first thing maybe that had happened was maybe like 6 months into living there. We I had I don't have great sleep, I guess, all
Mm.
the time, and I was having some sleep issues, but it was like something was causing it outside of me, it felt like.
Mm.
And at some point I brought it up to my wife, and she was telling me that she saw things.
Oh.
Yeah, so she had seen something on the upstairs and something on the main level, 2 different, like, entities or something, and when I brought up that I was feeling weird, that's when
Yo.
she told me she had seen things, but she didn't wanna
Oh.
freak me out, and I was like, "Oh, okay, yeah, yeah, alright."
No, you have
Um,
to tell me these things.
yeah, I was like, "Come on, you gotta tell me." So now we have a deal, like, she'll tell me if she ever sees something again. Um, but yeah,
Oh man.
So
So
those
I hope that
stairs that
yeah.
creeped me out in the bathroom that kind of creeped me out. Did she see it there? Like, what did she
Oh.
see?
well, yeah, exactly did she see?
Well, not in so there's like an unfinished basement, and there is a like a more modern bathroom down there that they added later on. And
Very
that's I think the place you were talking about. So I don't think she ever saw anything there, but that is probably one of the first places we experienced some kind of off situation is right after we moved in, our dog, she went straight downstairs and all the way into the corner. There's like this creepy, I can't remember what it's called, but like that's where people used to put canned goods in like a cellar
Mhm.
type of
Yeah.
Like a
space.
cellar storage
It's
room.
like a door
Like
you open. It's like in your wall, right? Kind of.
Yeah, but it's not a finished basement or anything. So it's
Yeah,
just
yeah.
like, yeah, it's like
is it
cement
like a
floor.
like
It's really
crawl
easy to
space?
keep cans and wood and like their wood. Some people like kept wood in these spaces. A lot of
Yeah.
old Minneapolis homes have them.
Yeah. Yeah, no, there was an actual door, and so you weren't
Oh,
it wasn't like you didn't have to bend over or anything. It was just like a
oh, it's
Oh,
yeah, it was a
like a
door.
cupboard, like a pantry kind of
Yeah, but all the way in the back, like as far
weird.
back is like the farthest part of the house. Like you would have to go all the way down through the stairs to get to the
I don't
back.
think
But
it. Okay.
yeah, our
hmm.
dog kept going back there. And so what we eventually chalked it up to is it was probably a critter or something, just some kind of, I don't know. But I don't know, it was weird because she had never done that. And then we just closed that door and just kind of didn't
Flip
put
it.
anything in that space, and we had
Wow.
to seal off that part of the house so that she wouldn't be going down there because she kept trying to go down there.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, and
Max,
she seemed freaked
that's
out.
that's bizarre.
Yeah.
There was something there. It kind of sounds like it was like a sub basement almost that you had, but I don't
Uh,
know. I don't know if
No, I
that's
know.
the
I think I know what you mean. So it's
correct
like you go
definition
through
of it.
the bay. It's like you open the door and it's like there's like shelving in there, right? That's where you put your canned goods at. Or am I making that up?
yeah, there might have been some shelving, but it was just very plain. It was like just
Yeah.
it wasn't like decorated at all. It wasn't finished at all. And it
Yeah.
was right actually right below, I think the location of it was right below that porch you were talking about.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. Oh
But
man.
the door was kind of creepy.
That's
So
okay.
so it got to the point where your dog was reacting to it so bad that you had to seal it off.
Yeah, we put a gate so that she couldn't get down there anymore. And so there was just like a baby gate, you know. We
Yeah.
put that in the kitchen area so that she could go in the kitchen still, but she couldn't go
Mhm.
down in the basement anymore.
Wow.
Did she bark at it at all, or
I
just
wanna
it's a
say
lot?
yeah, I wanna say she did. I mean, that was, like, one of the first issues we dealt with, so I
Mhm.
was like, "Oh, we'll just keep her out of there because we don't wanna lose track of her if she's,"
Right.
you know? So, yeah.
Right. You don't want anything to happen to her because you don't know what you're dealing with down there. Because what if it is a critter, or a raccoon, or something? I mean,
Right.
that's yeah. I mean, that's a plausible answer, but I don't know.
That's
I don't
crazy.
know. Yeah, yeah. That's wild. That's wild. And then you said your wife um saw the apparition a couple of times too.
Yes.
Did she describe what it looked like at all, or?
Yes, yeah, so on the main floor, she saw like a man with a bowler hat. Um,
Oh my
yeah,
goodness.
like that
No,
detailed. Yeah,
no,
that
no.
detailed.
Hold up. I'll be right back. Y'all. I
Yeah,
gotta grab my phone. Are you serious?
Okay.
Like
yeah,
a
that's
boulder, like a top hat kind of thing?
yeah, like a top hat, but I think they're rounded, I wanna say. Yeah. Mhm.
That kind
Yep.
of
We'll
sounds
be
like
back.
Hat
We'll be
Man.
back. That's not good.
All right. All right.
Glad y'all
Yeah, go
moved.
ahead.
Hold on. We back.
Do your
Yeah,
thing, bro. Yeah, that kind of sounds like I know it's not Hat Man because she could see the apparition.
yeah.
And
What is, Batman?
so Hat Man is you ever heard of shadow people?
Just barely. So, yeah,
Okay.
any explanation is, yeah, appreciated.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. We actually did an episode on it too.
Oh, yeah.
So a lot of people have seen Hat Man throughout the world. It's not just here in this country. It's everywhere. And Hat Man is the shadow person of the shadow people. So shadow people are things that people have seen when they wake up in the middle of the night and they have sleep paralysis. They can't move. You ever had that before?
Like sleep paralysis, you said?
Yeah, like you
I
wake up, but you
A
can't move
couple
any.
times.
Have you?
Yeah,
Okay.
like twice. Yeah.
Okay. Very scary. Very scary.
Yes. Yeah.
Well,
Wait.
some people have seen. I'm explaining to Max what Hat Man is,
Oh, okay.
and a lot. Some people have. So when you're in your sleep paralysis, I don't know if you looked around your room or if you're kind of just too panicked to look around at all.
Too panicked. Yeah.
Okay, that's probably a good thing because chances are you would have seen a shadow person standing at the edge of your bed or in your doorway or right next to you. Apparently these shadow people, they induce the sleep paralysis and they appear to you,
Okay.
and a lot of people see Hat Man. He's got a bowler hat or a top hat
Top hat.
sometimes, and he's wearing like a coat, like long coat usually,
Mm.
Or a
and
suit.
yeah, or suit, and you can kind of make out the small details like that, but he's all dark. It's all black. It's a shadow for the most
Right.
part.
Yeah.
So that's why. So that's in a nutshell,
Well,
that's who
yeah.
that's who Shadow Man is. Some people don't see him; they just see shadow people.
It's the ghost, like a ghost with a hat on is different from Shadow Man. That's so.
Yeah,
Did
yeah.
Okay.
Amanda see a shadowed man all in black, or a ghost that had a hat on?
Like, cause she
Uh,
did it look like a person?
no, because she saw it was like a person, yeah, and it was
Okay.
not. I don't think shadow. I don't think so. Like she just saw like an apparition kind of thing on the main floor. She was up like awake. She wasn't. She didn't be like. She wasn't woken up. She was
Right.
already awake and just kind of on the main floor, like reading or something, and then saw him. I
So
think
Max,
more than once.
so
Max,
she
that's
was like
terrifying.
just on the
Yeah.
couch, like chilling on the couch, reading, and then like looked up in your dining room, and that's what.
Yeah. Over by where like the router was. Yeah. Like the internet router. Yeah.
I can see
Hmm.
your house. That's makes it scarier. I
Yeah,
know what your
yeah,
house looks
yeah. Cause
like.
you got it. Yeah, 'cause you got a super deep connection to it because
So
you
kind of
see
like
the
in the
house, the
corner,
layout,
right?
everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
That's what. Do you hear me? That's wild. That
Yeah,
is
yeah. We
wild.
can.
Sorry.
Yeah.
That is, that is something else. And so she's seen so the same apparition
Yeah.
both times.
So that was the main floor, but the upstairs, she's a different one. And it's yeah, that's a different one. And I think that's what Colby felt when he went upstairs.
Yeah. On the
So
stairs, like in the like by the bathroom.
So
yeah,
It's
what?
like a sad, like it's not a. It's like a heavy feeling, like a
yeah,
like
yeah,
someone's here.
Yeah,
That's
because
what I
yeah,
feel.
Kobe's always, I don't know if you know this, Max, but Kobe's always been kind of an empath when it comes to stuff like that. Like he can feel it and he can smell it as well. And it kind of sounds like you're the same. You could feel it and you could
yeah,
smell it as well, like the perfume. So
yeah.
what did your wife, did she describe what that apparition looked like?
Yeah, and I can completely believe that for Colby. I can see that.
Yeah,
But yeah, for her, she saw like a woman. I think they were both apparitions were wearing similar clothing, like from the same period of
the same
time,
period.
like
Okay.
1920s or something, is
Okay.
what she described. So I mean, yeah, that would probably that was after the house was built. So yeah. Um, but the she was wearing like a white nightgown. So that's specific upstairs.
Mhm.
And, that's what she saw upstairs, around the area, like, in the hallway area, like, at the top of the stairs by the bathroom, which is
Why
where I
do
smelled the perfume.
Okay, I was about to say,
Mhm.
do you think that's the same spirit that you sensed?
Yeah, I
it
do
would add
think
up?
that, yeah.
It would add
Mhm,
up. Yeah,
Yeah.
perfume, lady upstairs, the nightgown, ready to go to bed. Probably took like you know what I mean.
mhm.
Yeah, yeah.
Now,
Uh,
why do I feel like there was a woman in a yellow dress there?
I I'm not sure. I
Hmm.
don't know if that's one, 'cause again, I didn't see anything, I only, like, sensed it through sleep issues, uh, and the scent, yeah.
Wait, you
so
smelled her by the bath? You smelled the scent by the bathroom?
Mhm. That was the most recent thing that happened to me.
go
Didn't I
That
tell you
was
I felt weird about that bath? But I thought it was like I thought it was
mhm.
the tub. So I was like, oh, you just feel weird because the
no,
tub had claws.
no, she's watching you take care of business, buddy.
Feel bad for her.
You silly. Not much to see here.
Not much of a show. But
Just tell her to go away. Yeah, at that point, give me some
get out of
privacy.
here, pervy lady.
Yep.
Yeah, she was a peeping Tom. Oh my goodness. So can I, Matt? I want to ask
Yeah.
if you remember this at all. Do you remember the type of perfume? Like, did it smell like something that your grandmother would wear, or
I mean, like
something
in
more
terms of
recent,
it being like older.
like
Yeah.
musk? Like, you know how women used to wear in olden days. You know what I mean? They wear like
Why
a
do I
musky
sense of
type
like
of
a
perfume.
flowery, like rose smell? Why do I feel that?
Rose, 100%. Swear to God.
No.
Yeah,
Did
Are
you
you
tell me
serious?
that? Did you tell
yeah,
me that? Maybe you told me
maybe
that.
that's why you remember, maybe, but I swear it was. I don't know if we talked about this because
I think
I
we
don't know
did.
this specifically though because
Yeah,
this last thing.
did you ask Max to describe the perfume?
Because
I don't
I don't know if I
remember.
told you this last story about the perfume. The
No.
other things I think we had talked about before, but I don't know
Mm,
if I told you about that because that was one of the last things that happened before we moved. It was like in the summertime.
I don't think you told.
It was a
Maybe
very
you
weird
did.
night.
I'm gonna say you did because I don't know
Okay.
how I would know that.
Okay, I want to hear this story. So what is
Okay.
this story all about?
Yeah, so it was like a summer night. It was really hot that day. We had like a really weird storm come through earlier in the evening. And I just liked that ambiance kind of thing.
Mm,
So we went to bed and in the middle of the night, our dog woke me up and she doesn't usually do that. She sleeps through the night just fine without having to go to the bathroom. Well, she had to go to the bathroom. It was dead quiet outside. So it had stormed earlier in the night. I figured it would be quiet for the rest of the night,
mm,
but it was dead quiet outside and I took her but as I did, I was like passing the bathroom, that area in
Mm,
the, the hallway, and I smelled that perfume and it was a little bit like it just smelled like older perfume, like something that was very strong.
mhm,
And it was rose. It was rose scented. It was nothing I had ever smelled before. It wasn't a perfume or a scent or fragrance of any kind that I recognized. It wasn't like my grandma's or
oh,
some memory of mine.
right.
It was like a unique smell that I had never smelled before. So I actually thought, in the moment, I specifically thought, oh, I wonder if my wife got some kind of new soap or something. And I was gonna
Mm,
ask her about it in the morning. I just like logged it away in my brain. Like I wonder what she got. I just wanted to ask her in the morning. So I thought that as I went downstairs to take the dog outside, she goes outside, does her business, and then we go back upstairs. I'm half asleep because I'm just trying to go back to bed.
right.
And I go to the bathroom right before, and I notice it just like hits me. I do not smell the scent anymore. It's completely gone. And like that would linger. If there was some kind of scent
yeah.
that was actually there, it would stay the whole night.
Yeah.
Um,
Mm,
but it was completely gone. It was nowhere to be found anymore. And that's in that moment is when it hit me that uh
That was
it could be
bad.
the ghost.
Ugh.
And so
And you went back
I
to bed.
yeah, I just went back
what
to
else could
bed.
he do?
You can
What else could
do.
you do?
No, yeah, I was like, okay, well, this because by that point I knew that something was, we had been dealing with strange stuff for a while. So I was like, okay, this is the freakiest thing so far because I've never smelt something like before that it wasn't actually there.
Right, like it was potent. Like you
Yeah.
could. Oh man, that is. I've never experienced that.
Really?
I've never experienced a
Right.
smell, a scent, none of that. Like, I always just see the apparitions themselves.
Oh, you
Um,
see the yeah.
yeah, I can see them.
Huh.
Can't can't feel them till they're there. You know what I mean? But
Right.
until I see them. But yeah, that's a scent I've never experienced. That is something else, man. That's
F,
powerful.
F my
Yeah.
cat walked behind me. Great. Thank you, Kiki.
Man,
Um,
thanks for scaring the crap
scared
out
the
of me.
shit out of me.
So you've had a lot of experiences with this entity or
Yeah.
entities to say.
Yeah. Yeah, the one upstairs and the one on the main floor. Um Yeah, I
Anything
guess
like
I
go
never saw either of them.
never saw anything. Anything like
Yeah.
go missing in your house and you were like, huh, and then you find it again. Those are creepy stories to me. Like this, like keys. Like you'll like put your keys somewhere and they won't be there, and then they'll be like upstairs or something. You're like, do you have that happen to you in the house?
You know, I think things like that would happen periodically, but I just never attributed it to
Mm,
that activity. But now that you say it, I mean, we haven't had those issues since we've been here, and it's been several months at this point. So
Mhm.
I just always figured it was, one of us being forgetful or something, because that happens, and
True.
so
Yeah, especially as we age.
yeah, right.
But you seem like you're fairly young, so probably doesn't happen to you as much as it happens to me. But yeah, no, because that's stuff. I mean, these things, if they're powerful enough, they can do that. They can move things and
Mhm.
rearrange. Did you ever have an experience where something fell or dropped or anything like that? Did your wife ever experience anything where you just kind of can't explain it?
Yeah, maybe. I think one of the freakier things that happened too was, like, maybe more with sleep again. I
Oh,
don't
tell me.
sleepwalk, but I woke up in the closet one night.
no,
So
Get
that
out.
was
no,
yeah, so
no,
You need to lead with that.
no.
You need to,
What?
you need to
What?
yeah.
lead with that, Max. What?
Sorry. Yeah, that I don't know what else to do but laugh, because it's genuinely terrifying, to wake up it
Oh
fully in the closet. The door was shut and everything, because it was a closet
no.
with, like, a door that opens. It's not like a lot of our closets nowadays are,
Yeah,
like,
you
slide
slide them
open.
open.
Yeah, yeah,
This
yeah.
one was like an old closet with, like, just a door, like a wooden door, and yeah, no, I woke up in it and the door was closed, and I was fully standing in the closet by myself in the dark, and that's how I woke up. It was terrifying.
Hey,
Yeah.
yo.
Yeah.
Can we hit the oh no thing? Can you hit the oh no? Can you hit the
Oh no!
Yeah.
I was not ready for that one.
man?
What?
None of us were ready
Yeah.
for that.
What?
Yo,
Yeah.
that's a horror movie.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh shit. Yeah, y'all. I'm glad y'all moved.
And
Oh
you
my
Yeah.
don't
god.
and you don't sleepwalk?
No, yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't sleepwalk, no. So I
Max,
haven't
Oh, I
yeah.
gotta tell Lauren. I want
Max,
to know it now. Like
Max,
what?
y'all had a problem. That could have
Yeah.
gotten
Yeah.
really
Well,
bad.
I was gonna say they seem like they weren't that bad. Like you know, a few
Yeah.
like a few pop ups, but never mind. No.
You made me finish
What?
up my glass of wine, man. That
No.
yo,
Oh no. Oh
Yeah.
no. No.
yo,
No.
Yeah. Yeah,
No.
I felt like she messed with me a little bit more than she messed with my wife because of things like that, but, I mean,
Mhm.
ultimately, by the end, I mean, I felt like, "Alright, fine, we're leaving.
Yeah,
Get out of
yeah,
here
yeah.
then."
Like,
Oh my
okay, if you
god.
don't want us to be here, we'll leave. But Max, so
Oh what?
so you now you mentioned that that you've been having trouble sleeping. So what else what happened? I mean, that's a big one. That's a huge one. We're gonna
Yeah.
go back to that.
Yeah.
I have a little bit of a theory on that, but it's like what else would
Yeah.
happen as far as like interrupting your sleep and things like that.
Yeah, just like general, like having night terrors sometimes, that's very unpleasant. It's very like you wake up in a panic kind of thing.
Mm,
But there was one time, and I actually have the date because it was so bad that I journaled about it. So I have like the journal
oh,
date. It was like in April of 2022. Um,
mhm.
but I woke up myself up because I was I was screaming in my sleep, like I was yelling in my sleep, and the sound of me yelling was woke me up. Uh, so whatever I was,
Y'all were going through it over there.
yeah, it
What?
was very freaky. Yeah,
What
That
were you
is
dreaming? Do you remember your dream or why you Oh
no,
my
I don't
god.
remember that dream. I don't remember. Yeah, but thankfully my sleep is going better these days, as you can probably imagine. But yeah,
this thing was tormenting you.
a little bit.
You
Yeah,
you never even
Yeah.
You never even made it known. Like you never even were like, yeah, like nothing.
Well,
Like
how
you
do
at
you
my house.
how do
Like
you
I
bring
guess
that up?
I don't know, Rashad. The
How do,
cheat.
how do you, hey, Kobe, I don't know. The spirit keeps tormenting me in my sleep. Just I don't know.
Oh my god.
Woke up in the
Yeah.
closet
I
the
get
other
it.
night.
Look, I get it. I get it. But I'm just
That you
saying.
might want to know.
Jeez.
Max, I think this thing was so let me ask you this.
Okay.
The time that you woke up in the closet, was that near or nearing the time, by the time, was that nearing toward the end of the time you were living there? Like were you, or was that the last
Uh,
big event, or
that was maybe not quite towards the end. It was maybe like a year
okay,
before we moved. Yeah.
okay, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Was
But
that the sorry, go ahead.
yeah, after that, it kind of actually died down a little bit. Those were the worst things that happened to me. Fortunately, there wasn't anything beyond that.
I have a theory on uh sorry, still trying to get over this COVID. I think this thing was trying to take your body for a spin, honestly. And I don't mean it any kind of innuendo in kind,
Yeah, I know what you mean.
in anything like this thing, because it mess with while you're asleep. So I believe that we go somewhere else when we're asleep, like our
Yeah.
consciousness. You know what I'm saying? Our spirit, we go somewhere else. So it makes you more susceptible to things
To
like the
attack.
entities like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, to get inside you and actually, run the show for a little bit because you're not there technically. So I
Did
think
Well,
that
I
this
that's
decided to take you for a ride, and then you came back and uh kicked it out. But you said nothing really happened, like anything like that ever again, right? Like that
that
was
is
kind of like the last.
fascinating.
Yeah,
No, that
but
is very fascinating. No, that is terrifying.
yeah, 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 reality is stranger than fiction
sorry.
and scarier
Right,
sometimes. Yeah, but
right.
I think
I
this thing, and it could go. So you hear about the stories where like the Amityville horror.
yeah.
I don't know if you ever heard that, and sorry about that. But
Yeah.
this thing kept trying to take this guy. I don't know if you ever seen the movie, but this thing kept trying to get into this boy. Kept trying
Yep.
to get into him. Kept trying to get into it. It finally got him, and then
Yeah.
he went and killed his family members. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then
And
it's
then
when he got arrested and all that the devil made him do it.
yep. hmm And
So
then
Wow.
and then the next family that moved in, their father dealt with the same. He almost killed his family, but he was able to. I
yep,
think his wife was able to help him fight it off, and they got away from the house. And the minute they got away enough away from the house, he snapped back. He snapped back to
yep,
his old self.
yep,
Oh,
yep.
And we're not.
that-
I'm not now.
We're
It
not
could
saying that
be
you would have
true.
done that.
I'm not saying it
yeah,
was
I'm like,
you.
oh my
I'm
God.
not
We're not
saying it.
saying you.
We're not saying it's demonic. If I would have known, I would have told you to sage the hell out of your house. Sage,
Okay.
Palo Santo, and steal your soul. Like pray to whatever you believe in. It doesn't have
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
be, you know what I'm saying, but
Right.
pray
Even,
that your heart, your soul
yeah.
was strong. I would have told you all that. 'Cause, yeah, I didn't know it was like
Yeah.
that.
Even if
Yeah.
it's your higher self, because we're not Bible thumpers, we think that we are just a piece of a higher consciousness, the source. So even if it was just you're praying to yourself, you know what I
Yeah,
mean, and
Yeah.
or not praying but talking,
Right.
communing, because that's what we do, because we talk about this stuff, we're starting to study this stuff more, so we're kind of into it, you know what I mean,
yeah.
so but that's just kind of how we do. We just kind of just steal our souls and just fortify ourselves so that type of
Would
stuff can't
and would
affect
that
us.
have helped? Who knows? But
Don't know,
um,
because I've never
that's
dealt with anything
terrifying
that.
that you woke up. Go ahead,
Yeah,
bro.
I've never dealt with anything that powerful ever.
No, that's crazy. The screaming's scary. Did the screaming happen before the closet?
Yeah. Yeah. It happened before the closet. Yeah.
Did Menno wake up to you screaming?
No, the weird thing is whenever those kinds of incidents happened, because she would sleep really well. Like she was
Mm.
out, like she was very, so I didn't bother her and just would go back to bed. Yeah.
So she's a hard sleeper, thankfully.
Mhm. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That is Max.
Or it made sure she was the hardest sleeper. You know what I'm saying? Like,
That's what yeah, that's what I'm wondering because of
Oh,
what you're saying, and that's very I'm very unsettled right now. But I feel like we got away, but
you got away.
that's
Yeah, it's
you
not. I
did it,
don't. I mean,
Max.
I'll
I hope
let
I
you know
didn't
when
make
I
it
get
worse.
there. I'll be
Hope
honest
I,
with you.
hope I didn't make it
I'll
worse
let
for
you
you,
know.
man.
Right. I
Max is
walk in the
like,
house and be like,
yo.
ooh, you
no,
don't know.
I feel connected, and I feel like I'm doing pretty good in
Yeah.
terms of think like those kinds of things like spirituality or feeling
Good.
more grounded these days, that kind of thing. So yeah,
Did you
whatever
not?
wants to try to come after a vulnerable person, it's not me. So yeah.
Did you
That's awesome.
feel vulnerable at that home? Did you feel like all eyes were on you, like Tupac?
Yeah. Yeah, I did.
That's
I did
wild.
feel I
Mm.
didn't feel great. Yeah. But yeah.
Yeah, because
That's wild.
that type of stuff can lower your energy, especially if you're not prepared for it.
Yeah.
Because that's what it feeds off of. And Max,
Yep.
I don't think that those were human spirits.
Oh,
Honestly,
oh
I don't.
no.
Yeah, I don't think they were human spirits. So uh you call them what you want. You can call them jinns, you can call them demons, you can call them whatever. But what they don't like us. They'll masquerade looking like us to scare us, to cause fear into us, which lowers our frequency, and they feed off that stuff. They do, and
Yeah, I
That's
I
mean,
don't.
awful.
and what's
Uh,
messed up is that rose smell you smelled is a sign of a demon.
Son of a biscuit, is it? Did you just look it up?
Yeah, I just thought about that. No, let me look at my phone. But
Oh,
Oh
jeez,
no.
Max.
Oh no. I see,
What?
I didn't go into this thinking this is the conclusion we were going to come out with. I was thinking I honestly thought I was going to be telling you guys about just like some, ghost stories because I
I
talked to
thought
my barber
too.
about it too, and he told me his stuff. Like he had a bunch of stories, and it was very interesting to hear his experiences. I didn't think it was gonna come out like this, to be honest
We're,
with you.
we're sorry, buddy.
No, that is not good. That is not good news, but I gotta know the truth.
So I could be wrong.
But you
Wait, hold
escaped.
on.
Okay, what you
Yeah.
got? Code
I
might
could
have
be
some.
no, I'm probably wrong. It might have just been a spirit because they say it like a demonic smell is like a rotten eggs,
It's like sulfur. Yeah.
Okay.
sulfur, smell of death. So it could have been a spirit of a spirit that was. I mean, I don't mean spirits are still bad. You know what I mean?
Right.
Sometimes it could have
Right.
been trying to take you for a ride. It could spirits can do that. I've heard.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Mostly, that's not good though. Mostly,
No,
like
No.
spirits don't do that.
no, they can't. They shouldn't be coming in uninvited. That's not a spirit. That is something a lot darker than a spirit.
Or
Because
you were
there-
Oof.
sleepwalking.
or you're sleepwalking.
Just yeah, I was very stressed about different things in
You were
life at the
stressed
time.
out.
Yeah.
That would bring your
Yeah.
energy down.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, was there
Yeah,
was there
that's
was
not
there any
good.
alcohol involved? Was there any alcohol involved in the sleepwalking? Okay,
No,
No,
that's
no. Yeah.
crazy.
you were solely tober.
Yes. Yeah, actually though. Yeah. Well,
That's
So
the
every
I
go
will
ahead.
say that these kind of like adverse experiences and that time I do feel I look back on living there as like a period of growth. And
mm,
sometimes in those moments that are really painful or difficult, that's when we can grow the most, is how I'm trying to look at it.
All right, man. Hey, I appreciate it, Max. Thanks again for joining. Kobe, thanks for setting this up, man. You guys are
yeah, it was
great.
fun.
And I think I can just end the recording.
Yeah, you can record it. All right, well, thank you. Peace.
Yeah, thank you both so much. It was awesome.
Yep.
Yep.
Thank you. Thank you so much. See you later. Peace.
Bye.